There is a trend emerging among Republican-controlled state houses that is to buck federal law to ensure the citizens of their states don't have their gun rights taken away. Here's an example. Federal regulations say you cannot carry a firearm on U.S. Postal Service property, post offices. But lawmakers in Montana insist that kind of gun-free zone puts their citizens at risk. So they're offering up a bill that would allow firearms on Postal Service property, no matter what any federal regulation says. Those are the kind of pro-gun, pro-freedom measures we need to see more of. At least a dozen of Colorado's remote school districts are taking steps to arm teachers. They know the first offense against an evildoer will start with the teachers and faculty. In many of these rural districts, police response times could be up to 60 minutes. That's an outrageously long time to wait during an active shooter situation. The bill offered up in Colorado would allow districts to work with their local sheriff's office to come up with training programs for those faculty members who want to volunteer for the program. The bill would also allow CHL holders to carry on campus with approval from the school board. Technology can help with policing, but there is nothing like proactive policing, flooding high-crime areas, prosecuting criminals and keeping them in prison. Chicago isn't doing any of that. It's why the murder rate is up nearly 25% over this time last year. So what do police announce to make people feel safer in Chicago? They will use ShotSpotter, a gunshot sensor to target where shots are coming from. The problem with ShotSpotter is that it's reactive. Police in New Haven, Connecticut use the technology.
It helps us to find victims. It helps us to locate evidence, ballistic evidence.
The problem is the shots have already been fired. Look, I'm not saying don't use the technology. It is a good tool. But in an interview with Trace, the Chicago Deputy Chief Jonathan Llewellyn said he doesn't need any more officers in Chicago. Now, I disagree. Cops in Chicago, like most major cities, are call takers. Active patrolling rarely happens. They need to get back to real patrols and use the very effective stop and frisk procedure. The safety and security of the people of Chicago depend on it.